as the years passed, I was starting to mature and you just kind of stayed the same. So that was really concerning for me. But also, secondly, I'd like to say that I can attest to the fact that not just biologically, but even behaviorally, you're closer to being 12 than you are 50.
Thank you. What?
What? That was
That's not good. That's not a good thing.
it sounded good, but it didn't feel right.
It didn't feel right.
I recently came across some old clips of Khalyla insulting Bobby Lee. At the same time, Jada was in the news again to once again, of course, humiliate Will Smith. I mean, sleeping with their son's friend and then talking about it with a camera in his face had to be tough.
I just wanted to feel good. Mm-hmm. It had been so long since I felt good.
Well, she came in the news again to recently say that her and Will had been separated for many years and was shocked when Will called her his wife after slapping the taste from Chris Rock's mouth. Oh, and then she goes on a media tour calling Tupac her soulmate. After her and Will have been married for 20 years. Man, with wives like that, who needs enemies? Is it any wonder this man snapped? But anyways, looking at the Jada Saga reminded me of someone else, Khalyla. For those of you who might not know, she's the ex-long-term girlfriend and co-host of the TigerBelly podcast with Bobby Lee. They went through a whole messy breakup in 2022, which involved another guy, blackmail, some drama with Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen. I won't go into the whole storyline, but the LA comedy scene was like a soap opera. Bobby came out of it looking pretty good, while a lot of Bobby Lee's fans turned on Khalyla. Now they're both still good friends, she's still the co-host of TigerBelly, he's expressed a lot of love for her, and he said she'll always be in his life, which I'm sure disappointed a lot of his fans. She even filled in for him on Bad Friends shortly after the breakup, and I think it's their most disliked episode. And the comments were kinda brutal towards Khalyla. But when you look at all the shit Khalyla has said to Bobby over the years, it becomes understandable.
Bobby's a cuck. I think that he fantasizes about other dudes being with me and he gets off on it and he'll never admit to it. But the reason he talks about it is because he secretly loves it, and he, even if they don't hit on me, he wants to believe they did because it gets his dick hard.
What do you remember from it?
I remember going, I have to go to the hospital. I think I'm going to die.
I think
That's how
another
Really?
hypothesis I have is that he takes a lot of Unisom because it makes
All right.
he takes a lot of Unisom.
What is that?
It's like a sleep aid. He takes it in excess because when he jerks off at night, he
Jerks
thinks that
off?
it magnifies his orgasm. So I think it causes confusion when he's woken up abruptly.
Wait, hold on. Back up. Okay.
You don't have to, let me say something this too, okay? You don't have to reveal everything.
Because it was delicate.
It was a delicate thing.
He was
right?
also
We were going through
back
a lot of
on
different-
drugs.
There's so many different
There's
things.
so many different elements
to it, right? It was a dark time.
It was very fragile.
If you died, and in your will, you're like, Bobby, you have to date this person if I die.
I think Bobby would choose a man. I think that
She's just really, I don't know. She really
Got me.
She really is pushing all the wrong buttons right now.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna choose a dude, baby.
I don't think you're gay.
Yeah, I'm not.
I
And
just
also-
think you choose a man. Let me just say my final statements regarding this. The last 5 days have been fucking traumatic.
Yeah,
You haven't been there for any of it, unfortunately.
I was there making money for the family.
You throw money at my tears,
That's not
which
what-
is
that's not-
okay.
you know what? Okay, when you say that, it hurts my feelings.
Why?
Because what if we were poor? It would be more difficult.
If we were poor, Papa, we would be divorced because there's no way you know how to show me love.
What?
Because you throw money at my tears, and if we were poor, what would you throw at my tears?
Love.
Okay, anyways, let's move on.
What was that?
I love you. I love you,
Okay,
Papa.
I love you too.
Okay.
Yeah, I know these clips happened over a long period of time, and so of course, when you put them all together, one after the other, it just feels worse. But she still said it. I mean, I'm married. I couldn't imagine my wife insulting me that much on camera or just throwing me under the bus time after time. And I know Bobby is no saint. He's a man-child. There's no doubt about that. I mean, there were apparently maggots in his house after she moved out. He just didn't clean anything. He even described just adding more food to his cat's food bowl instead of cleaning it. He just kept adding. I like Bobby a lot. He's one of the funniest guys out there. You can see why he has such a loyal fan base, but he's still a man-child. That's just who he is. But it seems she just couldn't wait to every once in a while use that against him to make him look bad and have the fans feel sorry for her. Meanwhile, he says nothing but nice things about her. Every time I've heard him talk seriously about Khalyla or their relationship, he's defending her and putting himself down.
All the things that I have in my life, right, is a direct result of meeting her and her and I building a business together. You know, without her, I don't know where I'd be.
You reflect at your behavior and what caused all this, and she's getting a lot of things on the internet, you know what I mean? And I have to take 95% of the blame, really, I think, you know? I really believe that.
So why compare her to Jada? Well, Jada every once in a while says something that emasculated or just embarrassed Will Smith. Khalyla was kind of doing the same thing to Bobby, just mini versions of that, but a lot more frequent. I don't know which is worse, a bite from a pit bull or 1,000 bee stings. She would either insult him on camera or seem to want to plant a seed of an open relationship. Bobby repeatedly said he didn't want to do it, but it seems like she was just pushing for it.
This road of love, this story that we create, doesn't have to be defined by such strict rules of monogamy.
Whoa, dude, what are you saying right now?
What I'm saying is, I would never betray your trust. I would never do anything without you seeing it in broad daylight. What I'm saying is, down this road, should you ever come up to me and say, hey, you know what, sweetie, this is what I had in mind, and this is what, you know, whatever we need to do to spruce up our sex life.
Nope.
I will not allow
Why
it.
are you so...
Because this is exactly the road you went down with G-Unit and Steve.
No, I never. That was the first... you're going to hold me to one relationship.
No, I'm saying, I'm not holding you to it, but I'm saying that these are the seeds that are being planted for that kind of situation. And what I'm saying is that I'm not going to do that.
What I'm saying is, yes, I do. Maybe I'm projecting my own fantasies.
You guys had an open relationship.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was
And
with
Khalyla saw somebody in Hawaii.
a lovely person.
Lovely guy. I know the
In
guy.
fact, Bobby hand selected him.
So you arranged something for her.
I didn't arrange it,
But
right?
you
she
approved
asked,
him.
is this going to be okay? And I said, go ahead and do it.
Did anyone catch that? She says Bobby hand selected him, but then he said she asked if it was going to be okay. I think she tried to sugarcoat it a little bit too much, and Bobby was like, nah. Anyways, it's like her goal was to have her cake and eat it. Be with a millionaire, earning a huge amount from their podcasts, which also makes her famous, and then getting to sleep with whoever she wants. Also, that wasn't the first time she tried to manipulate a boyfriend into letting her sleep with someone else.
My last relationship before Bobby was with 2 men.
But
One
you
guy
lived
would
together.
be crying in a corner because he came and now he has to watch the other guy. I asked him, I was like, would you be down if he like joined?
Was he in the room?
He had spent the night, he was in the shower, and we were having Sunday morning sex. And I remember just saying, like, I was a little manipulative in the sense that he was already inside me when I asked.
A little.
Now I admit, I haven't been watching TigerBelly for that long, maybe a year or so, and I've checked out a lot of their older episodes. I think it's definitely good for both of them that they split, and by no means is Bobby Lee innocent in all this. It's just that the way he talks about her, saying how much he still loves her and all the things she's done for him, he seems to have been nothing but loyal towards Khalyla both during and after the relationship. So to see all the things she said to him over the past few years just puts her in a bad light. So who's worse, Jada or Khalyla? Yeah, I think Jada is probably worse, partly because Will Smith snapped in front of the whole world. I mean, we literally saw a man hit breaking point. Well, we never saw Bobby in that kind of emotional turmoil.
Are you okay?
No. I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.